Hey guys, so I took a short nap, woke up, went back to decluttering, went back to reorganizing. So I moved one of the cat trees that we had from the left side of the apartment back over to the right side of the apartment. Actually, it was from the left side of the apartment to the middle of the apartment to the right side of the apartment. And I realized most likely, I'll probably give it 2 weeks or so, but most likely I'm going to get rid of one of the cat trees just because it takes up visual clutter and I'm kind of aware that Lewis wants to move. And if he wants to move, it's really imperative that I declutter as much as I can. I think sometimes when people move, they get very stressed out and then they think, oh crap, I gotta get rid of stuff. And let's be real here. Like when you move, let's say across state lines or so, you get rid of more and more things, right? Like you that is the time where people feel overwhelmed. They're like, shit, when the hell did I get so much stuff? Oh my goodness, I got to put things in moving boxes, and then they have to buy packing materials, and then they have to sort things, and let's say they have a month, right? They feel like, oh my goodness, when the hell did I become a hoarder? Let's say, right? A lot of people, we got things like accessories, towels, clothes, and we don't need all that stuff, really. You only need truly maybe something like 5 pairs of pants and maybe like 10 pairs of underwear and 10 pairs of socks and maybe something like six shirts or three dresses or something like that, or 3 pairs of shoes. It's all stuff that can fit into one large moving box. And this is going to sound insensitive, but people who are homeless, for instance, they don't have that much stuff. So the amount of stuff that we have in this apartment is way more than a person can fit in their car. And it makes me aware of that because Lewis wants to move. And if he wants to move, let's say in 1 year or 2 year, or sooner than that, packing is going to give me a headache because I'm going to be very conscious about like, oh crap, so this is the time I have to declutter. And that's why even though I get I get told that I'm moving very slowly, and I do admit like it's not as fast as it could be. Part of the reason is that I don't want to just like pick up stuff and say, okay, yeah, all this clothes, yeah, let's just drop it off at a Goodwill or so, because I know for those kind of charity places, a lot of the stuff don't make it to the sales floor. A lot of the stuff just goes over to, let's say, either the trash or goes over to like the Goodwill surplus store. And if they can't sell it there, then it gets either dumped in the landfill or shipped off to a third world country. And you guys can look into this if you guys don't believe me on that stuff. So um, it's not like if I donate it to charity, they're gonna say, "Wow, we've been waiting for Erica to drop off a vase over here." Yeah, this is the only vase we got of the whole week. Retail stores don't have enough space to put in the amounts, the stuff um, that people are donating. It's like, yes, they have space, but they don't have space for everything a person donates. So a lot of stuff gets trashed. Even places, if you drop like Housing Works, for instance, that's in New York. People who are dumpster divers say that they look through Housing Works trash and they find so many games and so many usable items that the stores don't even just donate, or they don't even have a free section. It's just straight to the trash. I don't know why. It's like if you get free donations, like does it really inconvenience you to have a free table? Who knows? Maybe, or maybe they're just thinking like, oh yeah, if we can't sell it, then nobody else can have it. But who knows? So I'm just constantly just like decluttering little by little by little by little by little, and my hope is after a while, right? After a while, things start getting more simple and more simple, and this is really just chunking away at things hardcore. Now, here is my thinking, right? If I look at minimalism, for instance, minimalism, you got some hardcore minimalists. It basically, and I've said this before, but it looks like the same freaking thing. The same beige, the same lots of white, the same lots of negative space. Um, See, like natural woods, natural fibers, um, and see like this. See the color scheme: white, tan, wood, gray, and then you include a black and a solid green plant. They like these kind of frames where it seems like you have a thin border with lots of white in the background. And yeah, it's all about standard. Now, I don't want to say standardization, but it is standardization. You guys see this with organizing too. You like this? Solid green plant, whoop-de-doo, surprise, surprise. White, green, white chair, right? Natural wood looking base, plus look at the organizers over here. They're all the same freaking color. The lamp is natural fiber. I don't know what that is, rattan or so. Even the plant to the left, or even all the plants, like look at this. This is all like natural fibers of sorts, jute. I forgot the materials. Like I'm really not good with my materials, but I see it and I know what that is. And it's like you see this trend over and over and over and over. And this is kind of what's said as clean minimalism. And yeah, I've had it drilled in my head so much because I've spent hours upon hours upon hours looking at this stuff and decluttering. And it's like I see that and I see what's in front of me and I think our place doesn't look like this. You know, it just like, and even if you've been following my channel, you know I've been talking about this for months about this whole need to strip out color, strip out color, strip out color, go with the color scheme. Same kind of thing. It's like it lacks individuality when it comes down to it. Oh, and look at the frames. Remember how I was telling you about the frames with the solid with a lot of the white space. The frames here, see, same thing. Um, all of the frames on the outside look the same, and then you got a healthy amount of white space. And see, here we go again. See the freaking frame? Do you guys see it? Because I see it. The frame. It's the same kind of frame. Let's find another picture frame. That looks like the same freaking frame. This one doesn't even have a frame, but it has a lot of white space. Let me find another one over here. I'm just typing in minimalism, okay? Yeah, so this one has a lot of white space. White frame. See, look, it's the same freaking frame. It just is white this time. Here we go. More white space frames. See? And our frames over here, we have, unsurprisingly, the frames that are up are the same freaking thing. Yeah, it's just like, I feel like, this is what I feel like. And I feel like you're trading in your natural, uncreative aesthetic for a cookie cutter kind of aesthetic. And it's like that's the freaking like it's easy to do. Like I'm not gonna lie, like after a while you realize like it's the same freaking thing over and over in the same kind of color scheme. But what I notice is if I didn't, and I understand these things are staged, but hear me out. If you look at a lot of minimalists, there's nothing that really says like what kind of person am I? It just says I like it to be clean and clutter free and aesthetic. You don't see things like stuffed animals, really. You don't see things like that really tell you what kind of person that is. Someone like who has like an anime figure collection, right? You you might see it, but they're not gonna have that big of a collection. And like even in Hawaii, I have something like 60 freaking anime figurines in Hawaii because I love my Dragon Ball Z figurines. But that isn't considered minimalism. That's considered. It depends where you see it. Like that would, if you're a collector, that would be seen as collecting, but that could also be seen as hoarding. So anime collector figurines. See these people? Okay, this is a bit much in my opinion, but some people have a lot of joy in their figurine collection. But this would be considered to see as clutter. You see? This stuff, it's organized, but it has so much different colors in it. You know, it sticks away from that minimalism color scheme of white, wood, solid green, that this sticks out like an eyesore. So, in my opinion, a person like this would be shunned. They'd be like, why are you such a hoarder? You know, why do you have so many figurines? You don't need that. You only should have maybe like 15 figurines or so, or do something like a freaking calyx cube. See, like this, and then put like one figurine in each or one or two figurines in each freaking shelf. So that way it looks aesthetic. You see? So it's like, okay, you want to have your figurines? Have it be put in an aesthetic fashion. And if you have something like 60 figurines like I do, this thing's gonna look ridiculous because it's like I don't have a freaking retail store. It's just like I don't want to put a freaking shelf or a freaking cube for each figurine I have and then count out 60 and then it's gonna look, crazy. And then if you have storage bins, right? It's like why are you such a hoarder? Like why do you have that kind of stuff? So I almost feel like this, and I'm gonna be upfront with you guys. Like when I look about minimalism, it's almost like anything that anything that you can't that anything that is excess, like get rid of it. You love something so much, like your freaking anime figurines, get rid of it. It's clutter. Like don't put it in storage, just get rid of it cuz you don't need it. You don't need it at all. And like that's one of the things. It's like I love my anime figurines. I love my plushies, but it's not part of minimalism. And if you look really hard at it, it could be seen as clutter because you have like too many freaking colors. You have too many little pieces here. And yeah, it's like I used to always play my crane game every single day, but I stopped. After I started organizing, I stopped because it's like I I can't, I can't do that because I'm consciously aware that something that I like, see something like this, like if you had asked me 2 years ago, Erica, if you were visiting, would you buy something like this? I'd be like, yeah, I'll buy a small figurine or something. But now I look at it and I say it's just something that I'll have to get rid of in the future. So yeah, and if I do buy something, it should be something easy and portable like a freaking postcard. Because that way, a postcard, I could put like 300 of them and it would fit nicely and cleanly in a binder, or I could just rubber band it and it takes minimal amount of space. So what does this ultimately come down to? It's like you put yourself in this. Hold on, you put yourself in this little area, and at the end of the day, my fear is, and I can be very honest about it, as pretty as this place is, I'll feel like after a while you look at it and you're like, tell me about what this person likes besides the freaking generic ass minimalist look. I can't tell you. I can't tell you at all because I can't read a person based on this kind of stuff. And over, it's like you don't show personality. And yeah, it see like this, like frick, look at the freaking green plants again. Oh, green plants. Surprise, surprise, it's the same freaking frame yet again. You see that? Like, geez, wow, holy crap. Surprise of the century. So yeah, if you are listening to the stream and you want to be minimalist, hear me out. You just need this kind of freaking frame. You need a freaking solid green plant. Any of your plants with color, like get rid of that stuff. Well, like that isn't considered to be aesthetic in terms of minimalism. Um, See, like this. Like some people would say this is really calming, but I think it's like you just look at it and you're like, okay, yeah, this is calming. You got the two plants over there on the side. You got the natural fiber catch-all. See that? So you that the little thingy off, that's where you would put like maybe pillows or blankets. But like look at the clear freaking surfaces here. It's like you get a stain on this thing, it's over. um and it's just like, okay, you go, I mean, like make shopping super easy. And it's just like, what colors do you buy? I only buy 3 colors. Any other deviation? No. Just this. And it's just boring. It's boring, but this is perceived to be as calming. So you can kind of see where I'm getting at, right? And my aesthetic, let's say, I don't want to say what, like before I used to like things would be like kind of, what is it? See this? So my natural style goes closer to this, but you see how it looks cozier? You see how you have more stuff in here? Like, yeah, depending on how you view it, this can be considered as cozy, or you can see this as like this person is, this person just likes having crap because they don't have the ability to be regimented as a minimalist over here. And see that? See that? See this little cozy kind of look? And yeah, I noticed that the more I go down this rabbit hole of stuff, the more I kind of like, the more I kind of, this is gonna sound terrible, but the more I shun away Hige style, because I think like, yeah, you're right. This is too cluttered. This is not. This is too stimulating. The prints are too stimulating. You really should go with something like this, because if you go like something like this, like you can't. What do you declutter from that point? Nothing. If you want to move, what do you take? You take your couch, you take your rug, you take basically what seems to be showroom staging furniture. And I think people can live like this, but it's hard. It's hard because we're conditioned to think about personalization. We're conditioned to think like, okay, well, make this look like your space, not make it look like it's just three colors and you don't have any like labels and you just have wide open spaces. Something like a freaking stuffed animal would not look good in this kind of aesthetic. And yeah, see something like this? Depending on how you see this, you could say, why do you even have that pampas grass in there? See that? See the little plant over there? You could say, yeah, that looks like it's too much. Like, get rid of that stupid tray over there. Get rid of the two candlesticks, and just basically live in what's kind of like a zen-like area with very, very minimal stuff. See, like this? Well, this is a little much. I can't imagine only having freaking 4 or 5 pieces of clothing, but some people do it. This guy, for instance, he basically lives in white and black. So if you look at these minimalists, they usually live in black t-shirts or white t-shirts, and look at the colors of his clothes, unsurprisingly. White, gray, black, all solid colors. What is the color of his place? It's white and wood color. Storage containers, white and transparent. Even the stuff that's inside, it's probably white and gray. It's just it's very regimented. It's very highly controlled. And so something like this, right? Something like this, which you might say like, oh, this is nice. This would not fly. It's too many colors. It's too much personalization. See, like that? Like this. Okay, you got one freaking book here. Actually, I don't even, personally, I don't even like this table setup because it's like you can see all the stuff inside of it. See the little drawer, the little empty no drawer thing? So if you put anything in there, it looks like a visual eyesore because it's like, what are you going to put in there? Paperwork? And people don't really have paperwork, so yeah, I just like look around and I'm just kind of thinking, and I know people will say I'm being too harsh about myself, but it's like I look at the stuff that I have around me and I just see every little thing that's out. Every little thing that's out that that has labels on it and stuff, or just if it doesn't have a lot of negative space. And when I mean negative space means like an art gallery has like lots of wide open space. It's spaced out. See, like this one, you got 2 tables, but you don't have that much stuff on there, right? All the lack of negative space is just it is just like, how come you don't have more control, Erica? So yeah, I'm looking at things, and people might say I'm becoming like kind of OCD like, but I'm looking at things and I'm like, why does the look at this? See, like this is a container of peanuts, okay? But if you have this against something that looks like hold on. So see this? You look at this, and you look at this container of peanuts. You see it's red, it's white, it's blue, it has name brand on there. And then you look at this. If you had a container of those peanuts in any of these rooms, it would look like a freaking eyesore. You have two of these containers, it'd be like, whoa, 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 too much visual clutter. So what you should do if you're a minimalist is have storage containers. So minimalist storage container food. You should actually repot your peanuts in one of these kind of containers. See this? Like one of these containers, and that way when you look at it, you don't look at your peanuts, you look at it being in standardized kind of packaging. See? So when you bring it in, you take it out of the container and you put it in one of these containers, and that way it doesn't look like you have visual clutter. See? Like this. See that? So these all came in the packaging, right? I don't think, for instance, those dried raspberries came from a zero waste store. I could be wrong, but the whole point is that when you have things being cohesiveness like this and you remove the labeling, it looks more controlled and it looks more visually appealing. And then you kind of question, like, okay, well, you have stuff. How much freaking storage containers do you have? Right? See, like this is called a minimalist pantry over here. So, yeah, it's just like you end up with all these freaking containers, and then you gotta, of course, wash the container. So you get the peanuts in the disposable container. You recycle the container. You put it into your glass jar after your peanuts are done. Then you throw your glass jar in the recycle. Then you put it inside of the dishwasher. Versus if you had just eaten straight from the container, then all you have to do afterwards is just throw it in the recycle bin. Of course, empty out the crumbs and then put it on the recycle bin. So you have that extra step. And yeah, it's just like, oh, for fuck's sakes. See, like this is considered to be kind of like holy grail of food storage. Like, this is what people aspire to be like. And I see it. The more I look at it, the more I see it. It's like, yeah, a person like this, they do have a very controlled lifestyle. They do put in extra effort, because it's not just buying the containers. It's making sure that whatever you bring in, assuming that you don't have it, you take it out of the pantry and you have it out, like all your food, you're eating from a freaking glass jar, with no branding on it. See, like this, like look at this, right? You could have kept the pretzels inside of the pretzel bag, the Rose Gold pretzel bag, but you didn't. You could have kept your cookies inside of the cookie container. Why didn't you? Aesthetics is really the thing. And yeah, maybe it sounds like I'm just bitching because I lack self-control, and it's like, well, Erica, why don't you just do this? See, like this. Oh my god, I don't like this. This looks a little messy. um See, like, this is the way you're supposed to go. You're supposed to have these frickin' like labels. Well, this is actually not recyclable. It's made out of plastic. It's one of those little plastic, but it does look very aesthetic. So you could use chalkboard labels instead, or you cannot label it. You can kind of say, well, like, duh, of course, you can tell what kind of, like, Cheerios over here, some sugary cereal over here. I don't know what name brand cereal that is. Trix. But yeah, see something like this. Everything is repotted. Everything is put into the same kind of glass jar. And when you bring in new things, right, depending on the aesthetic, you look at it and you're like, okay, well, I only have, here's the thing, you look at this closely. There's 6 containers on each shelf, and it's perfectly done. So what does this also mean? You cannot have more containers than this, because you don't have space for it. And 6 is an aesthetic because it's a even number, right? 6, 6, perfect spacing and things like that. No labeling, no nothing. And yeah, it's pretty, but like I said, the more I go into this rabbit hole, the more I see it for what it is, and I'm like, for frick's sake, this is kind of like really getting down to like OCD, super OCD territory. Because then you say, well, I can't even have my spices in the freaking containers that it comes with. I have to put it in another container just so I hit this aesthetic thing. And for this one, for instance, right, it's considered to be minimalistic because you got the spice container you see in the middle row, that's wood and probably glass. So it it takes from that whole thing where you want to be glass, wood, porcelain, ceramic, and just run with that thing. So yeah, we have a bunch of spices. This is our spices don't look like that. Spice container. Our spices look like this. Spice container, spice rack. See, so our spices look like. See these. This is like. Let's find a picture of spices. That's not all the same brand. See, so our spices look like this. See this, and you might not think much of it, but see all the colors and see all the red and stuff? That's different than that. See? That all has cohesion because it's the same freaking container. Versus this doesn't. See it? The cohesion? No cohesion. So even if you have it in an organizing rack, it's not considered really aesthetic because it's all over the place. It's not like you bought only from McCormick brand and all of them have green caps. See? This has red cap, green cap, black cap, white cap. So yeah, and yeah, so I haven't see, so some people they do this and then they have it all on a magnet board, but I don't know. It's like I never liked magnet boards like this because it's like I look at it and I'm like, oh, well, what is this? I gotta, if someone says, hey, can you pass me, the marjoram or something? I'd be like, what the frick is that one? Oh, it's this one that looks like this, and it's like, I guess maybe if you're not informed about how your spices look like, you're gonna have to, or if someone's helping you in the kitchen, right, you're gonna have to say like, no, it's the green one, and it's not too fine, it's not coarse, it's like medium fineness. It's like, okay, well, shh. And then you pull out all the ones trying to look at I'm sure the back of it on the opposite side or maybe on the side says like what spices it is, but a lot of people, I don't think you're going to be able to visually tell which spice is which. Yeah, so you could also do it like this. You could do it, and I think this is the same freaking brand because you can see it's all cohesiveness, right? See the caps, they're all the same. Labels all the same. Versus this one. Okay, you got some cohesion, you can see. You can see that this is an ad or something, right? So the top one is all the Timbu brand. The second layer is all this other brand. Third layer is this white cap and gold brand. Fourth layer is, I don't know what the hell that is. But the white, the green, and the red, that's all the same freaking brand. See? So like this is depending on how you see it, you could see that it's being cluttered because it's not all the same freaking container. Yeah, but I personally don't like the idea of repotting things into like something like this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We have 19 different spices out. And yeah, I don't like that. I like the rack that I have right now. It's just yeah, it gets a little something when you realize, like, see these? See, so you can see the top row all has black caps. The second and third and fourth row is all the same brand, Spice Island, so they all have not only the same kind of label, but they have the same color scheme. Yeah, so, oh, look at this, the Ultimate Spice Rack. Oh, this is all freaking cohesion over there. So things, if you have lots of things and they all look standardized, it won't look cluttered too much. That's what I'm saying. Like something like this, see that? It won't look so cluttered, but it does take extra work to do it. And I personally Like, I could get 19 different spice containers and see if that makes a difference in the kitchen. I think it will, you know. I really think it will. I think we have too many freaking different containers out. It doesn't look like freaking this. It looks just like a normal household, and maybe that's, see, like this. See, it's like all freaking different colors, different sizes, different, yeah, it's not standardized. See, and this is like the typical household. Most places, most people are not going to be thinking about the freaking size of their spice containers or the tops of the freaking spice containers, or think like, oh, we got to make it all look like this. But if you want to be aesthetic, then yeah, think about repotting your freaking spices. And these containers, not gonna lie, like they freaking add up, because after a while, right, or something like this, right? See all these? They have all these like little hinge containers. See it? And then each one they made their own little, they made their own little label on the top. So it looks like, you look at it and you're like, damn, these are so many freaking spices. But if you had it all in different colors and different shapes or different labels, it would look way, way more crazy like. I mean, this is a lot of spices, but it doesn't look that crazy because they all have standardization with not like crazy colors. See, like this. See, so this is like the typical kind of pantry. And then this is a freaking spice rack where you the person obviously did a little bit more work than just buying it from the grocery store. See, like that? They have to repot it. So every time you bring in a spice container, like I said, you have to dump it out of the container and then put it into a glass container. And then if you, let's say you stop buying chili pepper or chili pepper flakes, you see the second from the left, and you say, oh, okay, well, instead of chili pepper flakes, I'll buy turmeric instead. So you got to change your label from chili pepper flake to turmeric. So that's extra work, just for the sake of aesthetic. Okay. So I already have the shelving in place. It would just be buying all these freaking different spices. Even if I remove the label, it won't really make a difference because we got different colors lying around, I think. Yeah, I don't even know how to remove the labels on these containers, because if I get like a blow dryer or something, it's gonna melt the plastic 100%. So yeah. See, like this. I don't like it when it's slanted like that. I like it vertical, more like this. But I don't even like that container that much. See, something like this is kind of cute. Could be annoying, but yeah, these containers are specialty containers, so they're not cheap. But I've been really thinking, like, why does the kitchen, even though I'm decluttering it, why does it still look crazy? And it's because of the freaking colors. It doesn't fulfill minimalistic color scheme. See, not crazy, you know, something like crazy over here. See? And this is just a regular household. Okay, so I'm reading chat. So Tilde says, to some minimalism can be common, but there's a point where it's just sterile, cold, and empty. Yeah, that's what I'm starting to realize. I'm realizing like you see the same freaking thing over and over and over. And yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, like this definitely looks more professional, okay? Like this looks more professional. This is something that you would imagine like if you're going out to, let's say, some sort of like cafe, it looks nicer. So maybe, maybe I'm gonna end up going with the silver kind of like latch. I don't know what you call these, but I've seen it before. This kind of like silver on silver. And then instead of going with the other one, which is orange. What was the other one? So it's all in the details. That's what I've noticed. So this, where is that crazy one that I saw? It wasn't crazy, but it was just, see this one? So this one has an orange liner. Do you see underneath? It has like an orange little rubber thing. So each one is silver hardware with this orange rubber thing and then glass container, versus this one is just white rubber, right? And then silver and then glass. So because it doesn't have the orange over here like this one, it looks cleaner being white. See? Notice the little O-ring in the rubber? White O-ring, orange O-ring, white O-ring. So it all, yeah, orange is not considered to be too, yeah, it's not that clean kind of white, white silver, clean shiny combo. Seems ridiculous, honestly. What else could they have spent doing their time without dealing with containers? See, so yeah, so it's like when you go down this freaking path, you guys. Here's the thing, you'll notice this. So it's like I would have to go over to a freaking container store and buy 19 different spice containers just to repot our freaking spices, because our spice containers look like a normal person's spice rack. There's nothing wrong with it, right? It's like, but yeah, it's like I don't want to keep buying only one brand thing just to make sure all the labels are the freaking same. And the other thing I could do is make sure that I only buy 4 different brands. You see that? So brand A is on the top, brand B is on the second shelf, brand C is on the third shelf. See, so the top one and the second one is all the same. You can see the tops on the caps. So we have some, but the way I have my spices organized, it's like some of it is together, but then I can't deny I got these big freaking Mrs. Dashes like staring me in the face. See? So this one's it's mostly all black caps. See on the top, and then the third one, that's when they look at this intention over here. Look. So black cap, first and second shelf, third shelf. You got the alternating red and blacks. You notice the details, right? They're like, okay, well, we gotta make sure that even looking at the spices is aesthetic. And this thing is really something because you can see that okay, someone fucked up on the one that's on the far right on the second row, but all the labels are facing forward except or facing away. It could just be because this is a cabinet ad or so. But yeah, see this? See this cabinet spice ad? All the different spices. See? So they're all different brands, different colors, and it doesn't look aesthetic. It doesn't look like cohesion like this. Cohesion, there's just 2 brands. 3 brands maybe. No, 2 brands. This is like that I don't know what that says. Penzi Spices, right? Penzi Spices in the first 2 shelves. Third shelf is Spice Islands. So black caps on the first, black caps on the second. The smaller ones are all on the second row, and then third row is Spice Islands. So even though the Spice Island ones are a different cap, because they have the same label, that's a cohesive tie that ties them all together. Yeah, so this has been a stream about freaking cohesion on your spice containers. And next time if you go over to the grocery store, or even if you have like your spices, right? Mix up the brands of your spices, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Especially if it's like different color caps, you're gonna be like, holy crap, this is what Erica got. Dang, yeah, it really does stand out compared to one of these. Oh yeah, then you don't have your use by date too. So I don't think a lot of people they put the use by date in there, but I do see the use by dates in some of my spices. I don't even check the use by dates to be frank with you. But there's some things I could not repot. Like who the hell looks at Old Bay seasoning and repots it? So right? Can you imagine me opening my Old Bay seasoning container and saying like, yeah, I gotta repot it because it has yellow, blue, red, white in here, and yeah, it doesn't look aesthetic. So this needs to go into a clear jar or something, so that way it matches with the rest of my spices. People will be like, "What's the big deal about your Old Bay?" Right? Let's see, old in jar. Do I see that? Mm, yeah. See, so you repot your old spice in there in something like this. You're like, ta-da! There's the Old Bay seasoning. Chuck the container out because you're like, you're not cohesive. Let's put you in a jar. Yeah, you would end up getting all these freaking containers, and then I imagine like what if you have like a set of 20 containers, right, of the same one. 2 years later, no, let's just say like 2 months later, you break one, or let's say 2 years later, you want to buy another one because you have more seasoning, and then you find out the brand that you bought it from either doesn't exist or they discontinued making their spice jar. Then you'd be like, no, I don't have cohesion anymore. Someone will be like, "Oh my gosh, Erica." No, seriously, it does happen. It does happen. So, um, generic spice container. Yeah, see? So people actually buy this stuff. Look at this. Glass spice jars. See? 15,000 people bought this. 15,000 people, 4 ounces each, all the same thing. You got your labels on top, you got your funnel, so you can knock yourself out with repotting all your seasonings. And then you chuck all your plastic, your tahine, your Mrs. Dash, your Old Bay. Just go like, yeah, garlic powder. Put them all in here. See it? I actually don't like it front facing. I rather have that on the top, or maybe the bottom. Yeah, maybe the bottom would be good, or the top. I don't know. Maybe the top. See, so you have the little thing over here, and then you got that. But then what if you run out of labels? Then what do you do? See? I mean, they don't have everything over here. Like I see chipotle, chives, and cinnamon, but what if I have like two different kind of garlic powders? What if I have granulated garlic versus garlic salt? I don't have everything here. See? I mean, it's a lot of stuff, but still. See that? Actually, I don't mind this. You see that vertical sideways square? I think that looks kind of cool. See? Oh, here you go. Chalkboard labels. Okay, so you get the clear labels too. Okay, okay. So you can work with clear labels. Let's see what you got over here. Chives, chipotle, ginger. Peppercorn, oat snow. Okay, what do we have over here? I don't see Mrs. Dash on here, so I'm already screwed. Because I got this Mrs. Dash jalapeno. And yeah, there's no freaking label for this, so I gotta make my own label, I guess, for my. You can see it's extra work. How is Old Bay? Old Bay is pretty good. It's not bad. I like it. Someone recommended me to get it. I forgot who, but yeah, I bought the smallest container of Old Bay, and I think it's gonna last me a really long time. I can't. I think I'm most likely tomorrow. I'm gonna buy some mussels, because I love mussels so much. They're really tasty. Oh, hi Danny. Yeah, minimalism is overrated and you really got to know how to do it. Oh my gosh, it's like a continual state of decluttering. And it's like whenever you think you've decluttered well enough, you look at it and you're like, it does, I don't have a clear countertop yet. So if you guys watch my IKEA stream, you remember that? I did an IKEA stream. Um, Lewis was saying how he loved, uh, let me show you guys this one. Let's say Cine, oh crap, YouTube Cinevision community. Let's see. Oh, damn it. Let's see. Let me get the direct link here. One moment. I get an ad on my own freaking video? Are you kidding me?
At all. But anyway,
So you guys can watch this. I don't think I'm gonna get a copyright strike on my own video. Kind of funny, I haven't watched my own video and streamed my own video. Come on, come on.
like looking at the table and I was like, ooh, this table.
So we went to IKEA.
Think about it. $4.99. He says he's not a big fan of it, but see the fake floor over there? See the wooden table? And then this kind of stuff. This is a little too feminine, but I think it's cute.
Oh man, I love that freaking room. This room, oh my goodness, I thought it was great. A little cluttered.
A little too?
But it's pretty.
Okay, yeah, he doesn't like it. Yeah, no, it's a showroom, so you can see how you can get a style.
See how warm and inviting that was?
Okay, that's more stuff. And then this stuff, you can kind of see this is the kind of thing that I like. It's white tile on the floor over here. Yeah. And then I saw this. See? It's a white wooden block. And then you can see the racks. So you can see everything.
So if you look closely, you can see even because this is a display, right? You can see that they had all the same cohesive looking shelving. On the bottom, you have the same two kind of woven kind of basket. So two, right? Because that's an even number. And then you also have like the solid, the solid glass with the rubber food storage containers.
Yeah.
It's an aesthetic.
And then I saw this and I was like, okay, this looks like something Lois would like.
He didn't like this.
Gray, you got the white, you got just black, white.
He said it looked like an office. I was
It's
shocked.
really just black, white, gray, tan. And sure enough, something like this.
Oh, this is the one he liked right here.
I gotta figure out which of these showrooms do you like the best? Like for a
Oh my
How do
goodness,
we
I have an ad on my
coexist
freaking old
with
self.
these animals and the environment that they live in?
living area.
That looks like the kitchen
This
of a
one?
millionaire. This looks like the kitchen of a millionaire. This looks better. I feel like I'm worth more money when I walk into this, even though I'm not.
So look at this. It's clear countertops, right? But look at all the storage over here.
But immediately when you walk into this, for some reason, I feel like I'm worth more money. Like
So yeah, look at this. So it's kind of looks like a you know what kind of reminds me of Tesla. You see? You see like the white. If you guys ever look at like Tesla has those like white cubes. We were at
So
the
much
Tesla,
storage, man. I was so
dealership
envious.
earlier today. So it's like this sleek, shiny white color. What about this? See the floral? That's my kind of thing. What do you think of this one? Huh? Do you like this?
I like green. Greens are a calming color.
This is a blue.
I don't like all the books.
It's a blue.
It gives the illusion that I read. I guess I do read. I just don't read books that are you put in place.
No, but like the color scheme and everything. See the floor.
This color scheme would not match with this apartment.
Yeah, but it has to match with the apartment that you live in. And that's this couch is not going to look good against that red brick. Yeah, but you shouldn't get the couch before you know where you're going to move.
I don't plan on getting any.
Huh?
I just plan on test driving.
Oh, okay.
I don't plan on getting a couch.
Oh, yeah, he's anti-couch.
I'm not anti-couch.
What?
I just didn't know that I was going to be hijacked and taken to an IKEA.
No, I just wanted to check the IKEA. I've never been to an IKEA before.
And I like the little lamps that are above the lamps that are above the bookshelf. Are very. Look at me, I'm a lawyer that actually reads all this stuff. Because usually you see that there are these videos of these offices where there's just books behind the person, but the lights by the books give you the illusion that they actually did read every book that was in here, and it makes it look a little extra bougie in a way that I like. I like walking into rooms that make me feel richer as a result that I walked into.
Richer. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't really do that in this apartment because if you guys looked at this apartment, even the bare bones of it, it doesn't look like a rich person's apartment.
Allows me to
I mean, like freaking, like right now I'm looking at it. The freaking this freaking fake granite countertop. There's a part of it that's peeling. The drawers is kind of wonky. Some of it's kind of bubbled. I don't want to say bubbled up, but it's compressed wood. So it's yeah, getting decompressing. It's kind of thick.
look at my bank account, I just look at the room and pretend that I'm rich.
Yeah.
Let's
That's a cabinet makeover over there.
Let's walk into the next one.
So yeah, that's a total cabinet makeover. Let's see. Okay, see, like this looks kind of like the brick that we have, which looks like
This is like a children's dog.
looks like the freaking coagulated blood. I hate the brick that we have. Okay, we can't do anything about this. Hello, you guys.
Oh, there's me.
Here's him. Oh, jeez. What do you think of this?
Depressing.
Depressing?
Looks like a shitty East Village apartment.
Oh, jeez.
This looks like the quiz. What's the word that starts with the Q? That's
Yeah,
really
but
long?
like, look, you got the fake world.
Quicentennial, Bicentennial, Tricentennial. I don't know. I'm gonna call
Do you
it.
like that circle? Circle.
I thought the
here?
circle
Principal
thing.
stuff
This
on.
entire room is depressing. The green one is way better. This is a horrible room. Next. The all white, the fake brick.
You don't like all white?
No, I don't like. I don't like the. Firstly, it's kind of like it's not real white. It's like this yellow, grayish, depressing white that shows all the streaks. See that wall? See, you can see all the streaks in it. It's horribly depressing.
Yeah, well, just get a good paint job.
Horribly
So.
depressing. Next.
Okay, so he doesn't like all white.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like the one that he actually liked. Oh, wait, here we go. Like he didn't like that too. Oh, this is, yeah.
I guess he likes glossy. Like this? You don't like this either?
I thought this was nice.
Entire section is
Okay,
horribly depressing.
Okay, so hold on, move back. So see this? This is no go too. We have to find a section that. Okay, and this won't work because this is.
For some reason, this is also green, yet this is depressing, and I can't explain why. I think it's the clutter. There's too much crap everywhere. This reminds me of home. Everything in this room, 90% of this room needs to be thrown away. Not even a picture of that ugly kid over there.
What? This is a children's room. This is why it looks like this.
It's ugly.
What? Why are you picking on that kid?
Because it's ugly.
Come on.
I still maintain the kid is cute.
Oh, the kid is cute.
Maybe to his mom. Anyway, this is.
Damn you, Ed. I'm trying to find that one section.
You don't like this wallpaper?
Oh, I thought this was.
pretty.
I thought that was such a pretty wallpaper.
I think this is very pretty. It looks very dainty. But yeah, I mean, like this next to this green looks great. I don't know if you guys can see it, but
I don't like the shade of green that's puke. That's puke green over there.
I know that's like navy green. I don't know about you, but I've never had green puke that color. So basically, it looks like none of these rooms. What? It looks like none of these rooms pass the test except this one.
This one makes me feel rich.
This one.
Notice how it's completely free of clutter. Hint, hint, cough, cough. Further, in addition to being free of clutter, it's beautiful. We have the lighting under the shelving area over here. Rather than being a big light that's shining at you. Nice. This table is beautiful. This is the table of a rich man right here. This is the table of a man that bought GameStop calls in November and sold them on January 28th. Yeah, so this is like you have to have everything in storage, and you have a lot of cabinets to hide everything.
We don't have that.
You see all these cabinets? Yeah, you can actually make use of all these cabinets.
I wish we had cabinets this big.
If you have this much cabinets, but our cabinets are
Next.
not that much. Yeah, so see all this storage space over here?
They have like 5 floors here.
See that? See all the storage space? Yeah, we definitely don't have that where we live. 100%.
So yeah, that was one of those things where this is one of the reasons why I want to make clear surfaces, because Lewis really liked clear surfaces too, and but something like this, right? You can have clear surfaces if you have adequate storage. Like, I know if we had this much cabinet space, I could hide everything, because I could just organize it and put in cabinet after cabinet after cabinet, and I wouldn't even use a lot of the cabinets. If we had cabinets on top, then I could put stuff in there. I could put my essential oils in there, but unfortunately we don't have it. So I have to just kind of think like, okay, well, where am I going to put this stuff? And it gets a little stressful thinking about it, because you have less storage space and you have to make do with what you have. And I know it sounds like I'm bitching, but yeah, it's challenging for me. It really is. And it's like, I know that having clear surfaces like that is, one of those like things where they talk about minimalism and having clear surfaces and calming the head, but I don't know about you guys, but like, how many of you guys have a clear surfaces like this?
Yeah, so this
right
is
now?
like,
I would say most people don't. It's tough. It's tough if you don't have that much storage space. And then also, when you look at this kitchen, right? It's just the furniture. It's the furniture and the fixture, and there's really no signs of personalization except maybe the light fixture. Other than that, it's just kind of like, like I said, it's showroom ready. So this is one of those things. It's like, I'm really thankful about going to IKEA, because then I realized, like, man, yeah, he really does like smooth, empty surfaces. Yeah, that's something that I am struggling with, because I'm not used to maintaining empty, flat surfaces, and I like living in a place where it's like I don't feel like it's just empty, 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 empty. But maybe the aesthetic really should be make it look like you're moving out versus you set up like a home base kind of thing. Yeah. So yeah, something like this, and I know people are gonna say this is being really nitpicky over here, But even over here, right? You don't see, and I understand this is a showroom. I understand that, but you don't even see um, a dish soap container, right? So something like this, if you want to maintain a an aesthetic, dish soap, dish soap counter under. Instead of having your dish soaps sticking out, you really should have it put in underneath the sink. See where I'm getting at? So what I'm saying is that you see how like most dish soaps it stands out like this. See that? It's outside the counter. You can buy dish soap dispensers, and then that way it's already installed, so it's stored underneath the sink. Where is that dish soap dispenser? But this is you have to get it professionally installed. Here we go. See this soap dispenser. So this way you have less clutter in your sink, and yeah, you got to make a hole in your countertop though. So for instance, this sink does not have a space for that. So yeah, we don't have a space for a so that's why you see the freaking soap dish out. See, soap dish is out. I don't know what the hell that is. See, so you have a tray for soap dish, but if you want it to be more minimalistic, you just get some custom soap dispenser. Soap dispenser sink. Oh, here we go. Soap dispenser kitchen sink. Yeah, here we go. See that? It kind of reminds you of one of those like fancy restaurants or hotels. If you go to them, they got the nice bathrooms, and then you just press that button, or you got the automatic one, versus you have a standalone. So yeah, just small little touches like that. I think is a good way to be more minimalistic. I've said it before, and I've said it again too. But if Lewis and I move to another place, I am not decorating it. I'm not decorating it. I'm not personalizing it. I'm gonna try to keep it. Even if the space was like 5 times bigger than this, I would just keep it bare. As like minimalistic, and if you have empty rooms, that's totally fine too. So I know people hate Kim Kardashian. But I think being in a home where it's like just empty, like this. See that? It's just open, wide spaces. You don't have too much stuff in there. And if you do have colors, just try to keep it all cohesive. Like this. See that? Just bare counters all around, this kind of stuff. I think this is gonna be the aesthetic. Cause yeah, it's like if Lewis decides to get if he decides to like buy a place, I don't want to ruin the aesthetic of it. And I think if he buys a place, he buys it because he loves the natural beauty of the home. So I I don't want to put stuff in there, like too much stuff in there at all. I wouldn't even buy, like, I would just leave, if there was extra bedrooms, I would leave it completely unfurnished. I would leave it completely empty because I would not want to, kind of like, see how it's just like one couch and one table and everything's just white. I would leave it empty because I wouldn't want him to think of it as, I filled it up with crap, or I filled it up with clutter. And you don't really have, if you have more open space, it's like you can't see the clutter if there is no clutter. See where I'm getting at? I would keep the whole thing minimalistic because if Lewis buys a place, it's because he loves the place. And you keep it minimalistic because then he can't look at the place and say there's clutter inside of it, right? How can you complain about an unfurnished room? There's nothing to complain about, right? You see the room as it is, empty as it is, and if you have a problem with the room or something, it's not because of the stuff inside of it. Um, So it would just be like big and empty, and that's it. I would be tempted. I would be tempted to maybe. Actually, no, I wouldn't even be tempted. If I got cat scratching posts, they would all be unsurprisingly the same kind of scratching posts throughout the house. Probably that pet. Let's look at this. There's the one like scratching post. That's this one, like this kind of scratching post. You see, it's like um, see the colors, wooden color plus this natural fiber thing. Like this is not a colorful looking scratching post. This is, I would consider, a minimalistic scratching post. And the great thing about this is they last a really long time. So the cats have two of them around the apartment, and they have a load of scratching posts because these cats scratch a lot. So I like giving them a lot of things. See? So maybe if he moves and there's bedrooms, I would buy a bunch of these things so that way the cats can scratch them. Maybe one in each room, but other than that, like, no, just keep it empty. So you might see a room that just has one cat scratching post in it, and that's it. But yeah, that's basically it. Not the cardboard because the cardboard sheds. So this one, the worst mess you would have would be cat nails. But even then, it's the question would be like, how much scratching posts do these cats need? The best thing to do actually is, instead of putting one in each room, just give the cats a section, like a room or something. So it's just solely for the cats, and then the rest of the house doesn't have to have all this cat stuff all around. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. No. The cats must be minimalistic too. They already have these scratching posts, but I'm saying in color schemes, like the cats have a lot of stuff. They do, because I think that that's, you know how humans can walk out and they can explore the world. The cats, they don't. They spend day in and day out in this apartment, and I'm very cognizant of that. So that's why it's like I'm always thinking like, okay, well, let me see if I can get them another scratching post. They have so many toys right now; they really don't need more toys. They have cat trees, but yeah, I try to make sure that I feel like these cats have a lot of stimulation if they want to, um, if they want to play around with stuff. And they have cat tunnels too. But see, like having a cat room, I think would be really nice for the cats. Like a little a little launch pad. So let's see, cat room. That would probably be one of the things I would work on, though. You know, having a room for the cats, where the cats could, um, climb up or something like that. I mean, this is really something that, yeah, I could work on. See that? But even then, if you look at how it looks like, everything has the way I would want to do a cat room would just keep it simple in the colors too. White, cardboard, tan, wood. That's it. But I think the cats would really like having something like this. And then I think it would be very peaceful as well, because they would have a room where it's like their playroom, and most likely I would be, if I could make them a playroom, I would immerse myself in like looking up like freaking cat steps, or trying to figure out like, okay, well, yeah, see, like this, you got the cat houses, plus you got rugs, plus you got cat beds over here. I think it's kind of nice. Who knows? Maybe get the cats a TV so they can watch, I don't know, Jackson Galaxy or something. See that? Oriole's not going to get up here. 100% he's not. He is. He likes staying on the ground. See? Something like this. I think the cats would really like it. But yeah, stick with the frickin' color scheme. Cause that way I could put a bunch of cat stuff in there, and then the cat stuff wouldn't look overwhelming because everything's kind of around, like the main furniture is all the same color. Cat toys is always colorful. But I don't anticipate buying the cat's extra stuff. I would like, if Lewis decides to move out of state, I would like to have all the cat stuff, and then we just ship it over. And then that way you don't have to repurchase. So all the cat toys, all the cat scratchers, all the cat houses, I would like to keep them all. Ooh, look at that. I noticed that cardboard scratcher. See, so animal shelter rooms is a really good inspiration. You can see that they have like a seating area over here. So if you wanted to sit, you could sit. And then there's also, you know, it's just great. You could sit down, play with the cats, see them interact with things, and yeah. See, something like this I think would be kind of cute. See, like that? I would not want to make one that high, to be honest, because I'm afraid Oreo would lose his step and then he'd probably fall and hurt himself. And I know people would say, Erica, he's a cat, he can jump. I'm like, you don't understand. Oreo is a pretty. Oreo is not the most coordinated cat. I wouldn't want him to go more than 5 feet up. And even then, it would be these wide freaking steps. That's why I don't feel like Oreo could fall down or something. Yeah, I treat him like a special needs cat. Like he has mobility issues. See? Look at this. Doesn't this look cool? Okay, maybe something like this Oreo would like. See, it's like stairs. And then you have this whole thing. So that kind of stuff, I feel like you either got to be familiar with woodworking or you hire someone to make custom furniture. But I know the cats would really love it. I know Oreo would love having stairs, I think. Actually, I don't know. He'd probably hate having stairs because that includes exercise. Oh. So Partey says, what if Oreo, his fur is kind of cluttered? Exactly. That's the reason why Oreo needs to be in a minimalistic area, so he doesn't look like clutter. He looks like the star of the show because of his different coloring. So let's see, cat room, cat room, cat room. Now see. But yeah, that's what I think I would ultimately do. If Lewis moves, I would hyper focus on making a really nice cat room for the cats. And it's like you're kind of limited by what you can get for the cats anyway. It's all about orientation and figuring out where exactly do you want to put this, or do you want to put steps over here. And I don't think it's going to be too cluttered because yeah, I gotta allow the cats to run to get exercise. But putting shelving up on the walls or something like that, or like little cat tunnels or little cat bridges, I think would be kind of fun. See, like this? Oh frick, I would not want Oreo. Look at this. I've always been interested in this. So this is one of those things where the cats can climb vertically up if they wanted to. I don't know how the hell I would get Mr. Clinton if he was freaking 7 feet up. But yeah, I thought it was kind of fun looking. Yeah, actually, you know what? Take this back. I can't put Oreo on the ceiling. I'm gonna freak out if he's scared to go down. He's like crying because he's like 6 feet up, and I'm like, Oreo, hold up, my baby. I'll get a ladder and get you down. Because you know Oreo, that's very possible that Oreo does something like that. So yeah, 5 feet up or something, high enough so I can reach them, I think would be good. See, or you could even put the shelving over here. This is the calyx cube. So yeah, I'll be bringing the little robot over too. Oh, for frick's sake, I just got rid of this. Oh well. Cat tree. Look at this rock. Can you imagine Oreo doing rock climbing wall? Oh my goodness. I don't think Oreo has the strength for this. He's a tubby cat. Clinton, maybe. Hang an Olstead rug from the ceiling. I don't know. Oreo's kind of tubby. I mean, this cat looks pretty freaking light. I'm afraid he's gonna break the. No, I'm just kidding. He's not gonna break the rug. Look at this double tier cat bed. This I like. Storage playroom looks kind of cool. I like it because I like the idea of letting them, stay in their little compartments or putting some cat grooming stuff in the cubes. But yeah, most likely would go on the frickin' wormhole of like what's a good way to make something look really cat friendly for the cats. What do I do? Put a bunch of boxes in there? Get more cat towers? Who knows? Affix things to the walls? Put a rug on the wall? But yeah, scratching post wise, I think we're pretty freaking good. So, yeah, do you think that Oreo hates the little robot? Nobody pooped in the little robot. I mean, nobody pooped outside of the little robot today, so I think Oreo doesn't mind the little robot. I think that I think he there was too much poop in there, so he didn't want to poop in there. That's just my thinking. Oh, which reminds me, I gotta scoop the poop on that little robot. I haven't scooped it all day. I'm so used to like thinking, oh, I only have to scoop the poop before I go to sleep. But yeah, I haven't scooped it all day, and I'm sure there's lots of poop in there. I don't want Oreo to poop on the ground again. Um, do at least the cats will be taken care of. What about you? Lewis has said that if he gets a place, he wants to give me my whole level because he feels like I have too much stuff. And I told him, I said, I know I don't, you don't need to have a 2-layer house just for my stuff. Like, you can look around this apartment. Like, I don't have enough stuff to fill up 2 levels, or 1 level by myself. So yeah, his thinking was is he lives on the bottom level or I live on the top level or vice versa. And then my decorating doesn't my decorating or stuff doesn't interfere with his style, which is very minimalistic. So the compromise to that would be just be minimalistic, and that's the kind of thing that I'm thinking about. So it's like I see what I'm doing right now. It's kind of like preparing if he moves, right? Because if he moves, it's like all this stuff that I have, all my decorations, most of the decorations, it's like the stuff that I do decide to keep can move, but I'm not going to be adding anymore, except for cat stuff. That's it. I don't really want to decorate it because I don't want him to buy a place and then he feels that I've taken control over the place, with my decorating kind of thing. And I want him to look at a place and say that he's happy with it. He's happy with how it looks like with being bare boned and stuff like that. So, yeah, all the stuff that I have right now, it's like, of course, it's a work in progress and stuff, but I don't want to impose that kind of stuff on another. If he buys a house or if he does, right? Maybe I'll just like decorate one room. That's it. But other than that, like no, he can decorate it himself. I'll do the cat house. I'll do a cat room. But yeah, I'm just gonna make sure that in the kitchen, for instance, it would be clear. It would be completely clear. I don't want to get anything about like how he paid for a house and I've ruined it or something because of how what I've done with it. I'm like I don't see as me ruining it, but I think that I think with how I am with design, I think that it's very hard for me to gauge what he likes, and if he doesn't like it, right? Like you saw in the IKEA video, he might end up resenting a home because how he originally saw it, or if it's empty and he likes it that way, then um, yeah, putting things in there, trying to like it look more like a home, it could cause resentment. I don't want a whole level to myself because I think it's also very alienating, right? I think that most people, when they live together, they want to have one space. It's not just like, okay, this is your level, and this is my level, and yeah, don't intrude on my level. Because I intrude on like another person's level, that could be like, why are you, you're ruining it. So it's easier because I'm pretty flexible, right? It's easier for me to just say, okay, you know what, you can do whatever you want. Um, Kind of thing. Who would be doing the cooking? Not me. Not me really. So he doesn't like I don't cook for him really anymore except making breakfast. He doesn't like my cooking. But he also doesn't. I'm gonna be real here. Like he doesn't like he's a very picky eater, so it's hard for him to like if he doesn't like a dish, he doesn't want to eat it anymore. And yeah, so like sometimes it's like there'd be food and I'll be like, oh, this is really tasty. I like it so much. I'll give it to him and he doesn't like it. So um, yeah, and if he doesn't like it, right, it's like he can't help his taste. But yeah, so it's hard for me to gauge his taste because, like I said, we've had takeout. I like the takeout a lot, but he doesn't like it. No, I don't have siblings. I don't have siblings. Not real. Well, here's the thing. Like, I mean, like, I think it also comes down to differences in style, right? So, it's hard to, it's like, it's hard for me to figure out interior decorating that he likes. So it's easier for me to just go with minimalism because if I do minimalism, then it's like you can't say it's a lack of clutter. And I've told you guys this, right? Like, if he moves to a place, right, I would not, I don't want to decorate the place because I don't want him to feel like I ruined the place. And I would hand it off to an interior designer, like hire an interior designer and say, okay, you are in charge of making this place look aesthetic. Something that he likes because I can't gauge it. I really can't gauge it at all. Like if you guys look at the IKEA trip and everything, like this, it's just like the things that I like, he doesn't like, and I understand people have different tastes, but he liked this one rich person looking place, and I can't do that style. Like I'm not comfortable with pattern mixing. So it's easier for me to just say, okay, and what can I run with? I can run with clear counters, clear tables, and things like that once there's enough storage. Um, but until then, right, it's like I just kind of think like, oh, brick, Erica. how can you make this place look more aesthetic? And it's hard for me. It's really hard. It's like I notice all these little details, and it comes down to this, right? How do I make this apartment look more like this? I can't. I can't. Without renovations, you can't. And I know he doesn't like this apartment, and it's like I've tried, I'm trying to make this look nicer, and it's really hard for me because I don't know how to have like clutter-free surfaces ideally. Um, even when I was in Hawaii, it's like I just got so used to seeing things out, like you have your snacks on a table, you have your, fruit out, you have your sandwich bread out, that kind of stuff. You have your spices all out. It's not like, okay, put everything away, make sure it's clear, clear, clear. And I just kind of think like, yeah, if I had clear surfaces all around, then maybe it would be more aesthetic. But yeah, it's just a constant thing, and it's hard. It's really hard for me because it's like there were certain decorations that I really liked, and it takes up space, right? So for instance, right, let's say if you have like a floral room, right? Something like this. This is so freaking feminine. Oh my god, this would actually be my dream bedroom. Minus the creepy face over here or something, or religious artifacts. But see something like this, like I love it. It's just so, it looks like a princess bed, doesn't it? Um, you got the nice headboard, you got the little print over here, you got the mini chandelier here. You got the nice little table, and it kind of looks like, yeah, it looks like a princess room. And that's the kind of style that I naturally kind of like, but it's uber feminine. It's so feminine, and it just like this brings a smile to my face. But for the sake of making sure that it doesn't turn into like overtly feminine, it's easier for me to just go with minimalism. But I love this bedroom so much. You can see the floral, you can see, yeah, the gold frame, all these like little accent pieces that make it look so, yeah, so much like a fairy tale, doesn't it? I really like that freaking headboard. That headboard's awesome. I've also shared with you guys that I really like having gold ornate frame. So don't think like naturally I really like minimalism like off the bat. Um, I rather go with like a freaking golden mirror, like gaudy as it sounds. Oh my god, look at this $1,250 mirror. Look at that. See this kind of mirror, like you look at the details, and I think like with a mirror like this, if the decoration looks right. Wait, let's go back. Let's look at this princess room. See that? Plus the gold mirror. You're gonna notice something. Um, it just looks like you walk into this bedroom and you're like, ah, this looks great. This looks like the dream bedroom for me. But yeah, it is. It's a lot of I would probably need to get an interior designer to source certain stuff because I would not know where to get a headboard like that, and I would not know how to get a background image like that. And they're specialty pieces. But see, like that kind of stuff. Um, see. So let's see over here. I love floral so much. I really love floral. But this is like a uber feminine kind of place. Okay, this, I don't really like that. So, because it involves prints and stuff like that, I actually rather just get an interior designer, hire one, and then tell them what I like, get a mock up, and then sign off on it. Versus me doing, you guys see what I'm doing around this apartment, right? Because I'm doing my own thing, it's like a lot of experimentation. But when you deal with wallpaper and things like that, that stuff adds up, and that's why I don't really feel comfortable like buying expensive wallpaper or something and then tacking it up and then realizing like shit, actually I don't really like that wallpaper. See something like this? See this nice little bird design with the flowers? I can't pattern mix like this. I don't know how to. See? Floral wallpaper. This is a cute bathroom. I really like this bathroom. You got the little, what is that, pheasants over there? But I mean, like, seriously, can you imagine Lewis liking being in a bathroom like this? In my opinion, I don't think he would. I like it though. Hold on. Yeah. So you can see, like, yeah, if I ran with decorating, it would be kind of florally like, ultra clear signs of femininity in here. I would try to make sure that I have the accent pieces down. So for instance, this is a gold frame, a gold mirror. But look at the handlebar for this towel. It's also gold, right? And then the colors of the bird ties in with the hardware, and then also the bath mat, and then also the storage cabinets, and also the knobs on the sink. So you have things that tie it all in together, and that's why it works. You also have lighting fixtures on the sides of the mirror, the left and the right, so it gives balance. And the size of that is perfect. It's not too small and it's not too big. Mm. Yeah, so I think, this looks definitely higher end. If I could, if I could over here, like I would get rid of that freaking blood freaking wall. You guys know what I'm talking about. I have said it hundreds of times probably in this stream how it's like I don't, I wish I had flexibility to decorate this place and change the walls, but obviously I don't. So the easiest way I can work around the freaking brick wall is minimalism because the wall. Let me return back. So brick wall decorating. So, if any of you guys like brick walls, I would highly suggest, and this is just me, I would highly suggest not living or not dealing with brick wall. I understand people like brick wall, but hear me out. Brick walls make places look super cluttered very, very easily. See that? Like you see all that brick? You see that's visual clutter right there. That's all these little lines and squares. So even if you don't have that much stuff, it looks naturally cluttered because of the wall. So I was racking my brain out for the longest time trying to figure out like why does this place, like why can't I seem to decorate? And the answer is the freaking red brick wall. So that's why when you look at a lot of places that they're doing decorating with brick walls, first of all, their walls usually aren't this freaking blood red. Um, Second of all, they usually go with the same freaking frame. Oh, surprise, surprise, black and black frames with lots of white over there. You also stick with usually a black, and then natural kind of reddish wood sort of look to it. But this is not my style. 100% not my style. And this isn't Lewis's style either. But yeah, this is what we have to deal with. Here's another brick wall. See this? So you look at this. This is a professionally styled place, okay? I'm assuming. You look at this, and then you look at one of the stuff that I like. There's a huge freaking difference in it, because this stuff, it's like your decorating sense is controlled by this wall. You cannot, it's not like you have to work with the wall. If you have too much stuff, the wall makes your place look like an eyesore. And it's something to think about in mind. I understand some people really like the brick wall aesthetic. Personally, I hate it. And I shouldn't say I hate it, but it's just like, oh, this is not my natural style, right? See this person, they tried to do the pink floral thing, and then they got this little, I don't like it. That's just me. I think it looks kind of like dirty. It looks dirty and worn down and stuff. And if they had just wallpapered the room instead, or painted the damn brick wall white, it would have a much cleaner look. But this is considered to be, well, what's that called? I forgot the look about it, but it's like not utilitarian, but something like that. Industrial, and I don't like the industrial look for me personally. If you have nice bricks, then you can work with this, but we don't have nice bricks. See this? See this brickwork? This brickwork looks a lot cleaner. So if you look at this brickwork, you see how it has a white grout? Notice the white grout, right? The white grout makes it look cleaner. Versus if you have dark grout, like this one, it looks dirty. You see? So it's very important about the grout lines. We have black dark. We have black grout. So our grout looks dirty as hell. And this is also a 100-year-old apartment. So yeah, I'm sure it's not. See, a lot of these bricks all have like light colored grout. So it gives a little sense of airiness. When you have dark grout, it makes it look really depressing. See? Again, look, the grout here is lighter than what we have. It's this I hate this thing. This looks like it's falling apart. But the grout is really what makes a difference. See? Again, what color is this grout? It's not dark, but it's much lighter than ours. We have black grout. So our grout looks like, ours is darker than this too. Oh, this looks like our grout. Oh, look at this. I mean, I know this is a CGI, but you guys can tell, like, oh, gosh, freaking black grout lines. It's really set up for failure for a lot of people. So see, this is all light grout, all white grout. See? Not black grout, white grout. White grout, light gray grout. Okay, here we go. Is this black grout? Yeah, so I think this is black grout or dark gray grout. This, you can see, like, even if you just look at the brickwork, it looks heavy, it looks dirty, it looks depressing. This does not look like a warm, comforting area. It looks like a wall of depression, in my opinion. So I would, yeah, see? So look at this one. What color is this grout? I'm gonna bet it's like a lighter color grout, but we'll see. Yeah, this one's a lighter colored grout. And I can't change the grout because the freaking grout is, well, it's part of the apartment and this is a rental, so I can't change shit. But see this? Oh wait, no, this is not black grout. Oh, here we go. See, like this? Look at the grout lines here. Oh, so this is the color of the grout lines that we have, black. And it just makes the apartment look so heavy. If only we had white grout, this place would look a little bit more airy. But some people in like the comment section, they say they love our brick wall. You might think it looks nice, but if you live here and you see it day in and day out, it looks depressing, and you cannot change the aesthetic of it. Look at this one. See, this is light grout. So the light grout ties in with the freaking baseboard. You see the white on the bottom, and then also the white on the frame, on the window. So it looks more airy. But if you have black, it makes the room look depressing. What is this? Okay, so this is not black, but you can clearly see. You see how dark and moody this room looks like? Yeah, and it's a professionally done room too. You can see, right? You can see the bed is made. This looks like it has a speaker, but you can't help but think when you go into a room like this, like, why does it look so heavy? Why does it feel kind of, it might look cool to you, but like day in and day out, it just looks really heavy and depressing. You know what? With brick, you could have, of course, just accepted the worn down look. No, I'm not gonna accept the brick that we have because it's so shoddily done, and it just like if you look closely at the top, the freaking top looks like a total crap job compared to the bottom. Even the left side of the wall is a different how would I say it? Like it's more there's less grout on the left side than there is on the right side. So even the grout lines are more more thicker on one side. And it's like I notice these details. See, so if you don't have red brick and you have like a gray brick like this, it doesn't look too bad. But I have turned into this whole vendetta where I hate red brick. Like I freaking hate the look of brick so much. And then yeah, it's like I look at this and I'm like, oh, for frick's sake, it's like triggering the shit out of me. Because when I look at this, and I say like, okay, Erica, look at this, look at this, this, this. I'll go for this. It's like even if you wake up in the middle of the night, you're not feeling so great. At least the room looks happy, right? The room itself looks very happy and aesthetic and pleasing, and this just looks like, okay, sleep. It doesn't look happy. And it's like you look at the red brick wall and it pisses me off. Like here, right? Here's another brick. Some people will think this looks really cool. I just think the red is draining. I think like yeah, you get past the whole hype for red brick and you look at what it is. It's like you don't feel calm in this area very long. It's like I don't know what it is. Also, you can see they tried to do pattern mixing over here, right? They got the freaking zigzag looking um, the pillow versus the lamp. I mean, you can't even see the freaking lamp because the pattern is so camouflage. Like, who the hell's bright idea was having this stupid freaking lamp zigzag design on top of a really busy brick wall? And then it's like you can tell. And this is just me. The person was a freaking amateur because, like, look at the curtain. The curtain design clashes with the freaking red brick. See where I'm getting at? Like all these patterns it's just an eyesore. Like when you look at the pattern, you're like, oh my gosh, it just looks so. It just doesn't match at all. So when you deal with red brick, in my opinion, you really have to be minimalistic because it's very easy. Just based on the pattern of, let's say, that cushion, it's very easy for the place to look cluttered. And this, it's not. It's just like it has too much stuff going at it. So this this area looks good, because it's a big wide space, but also keep in mind, like you don't see that much signs of personalization. You don't see any frames on the wall. You see one freaking solitary plant on the table, and that's it. I think it would have been better having, let's say, a cream colored curtain rather than this stupid cheap looking print, probably that came from Ross or TJ Maxx or Walmart. And then, yeah, get rid of that stupid freaking lampshade and get rid of that stupid, stupid pillow. Because as a person who's made a lot of design mistakes with this freaking apartment, yeah, going with these busy patterns on top of a busy brick wall is really a faux pas. So you really cannot be too creative with a red brick wall. And I maintain that stance because if you have too much stuff, right? If you want to make it look all like you want to have personalization, it's like you gotta bow down to the brick. Because if you do not follow the brick will punish you, and it'll look like you have too much stuff. If they put two freaking if they put like a bunch of like picture frames on here, it would look crazy. You could probably put in two over here, like two big picture frames here, of course, with that very creative black and white, black frame with lots of white in there. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this kind of frame. Black frame, white. This kind of freaking thing. If you did a frame like this, like two of them, I think that'll look pretty good. Unsurprising. I don't even know what you call this. I just call it the freaking black and white frames. But yeah, if you go with like these things with the brick wall, that will look good. And then get rid of the stupid prints. Is Lewis gonna go through a phase? He's not going through a phase. He likes minimalism, but yeah, and he doesn't like clutter. He doesn't like clutter at all. If you guys watch my IKEA stream, you can clearly hear that he likes the place looking expensive, and I don't know how to make this apartment look expensive when I have the frickin' eyesore of a brick wall. Because it's like the brickwork is shoddy. Like the brickwork is really bad. Here, let me show you what. If you guys are not too sure what I'm talking about, if you think I'm just like, oh, Erica, you're just hating on the brickwork. If you look at his old videos over here, let's see, sort by. Oh, look at Oreo. Look at the brickwork here. Look at this. You see all the little chunks that are missing off of here? You see how it's like you have, it just like you got the black grout and stuff? It just looks so dingy. It's like, oh, for frick's sake. So, yeah, if you look at it, if you look at the workmanship of this brickwork, this is not top quality brickwork. You can look around the window area, right? You see how it's done? It looks like, yeah, it looks terrible. So I don't want you guys to think like we have some premium brickwork here, because this is not premium brickwork. I try to hide a lot of this brickwork because it's like I look at this and I'm like, frick, I hate this brickwork. Like there's good brick. I've seen good brick, but this is not good brick. And then yeah, let me find another one. Okay, yeah, look near the windows.
It was after
Like, I don't want to highlight the freaking
watching this
brick.
video. that
Some people would say,
one
why don't
night
you highlight the
made me
natural
feel
brick,
like
Erica? I'm like, I don't want to highlight this freaking brick. Look at the brickwork. Look at the brickwork near the window. You see that brickwork? Do you guys see this premium brickwork right here? I think that I actually covered this up with the storage unit. So we have a storage cabinet covering most of it because I was like, okay, we're gonna put this freaking storage cabinet on this freaking depressing ass window here because I hate this window so much. But yeah, that was my attempt at covering it up. So So this kind of brickwork, yeah, not good brickwork, and yeah, um, oh, I just don't like that brickwork. So you can see how empty the apartment used to look before. I don't know what the hell happened to that window. I just thought like, how the hell do you screw up the window? Was the window bigger before and then they made a smaller window? That could be it. It's just like, how do you have such shoddy ass brickwork right around that window? How about moving and letting someone who does thirst after these bricks load? Oh, where would you move to, right? And then if you look at the curtains, I don't know if you guys can see these, but these curtains over here, I changed the curtains. You guys know we have these like nice, light, airy. So I changed these curtains. I've gone through like 3 different curtains trying to figure out the perfect curtain, but I changed them to polyester curtain. Crap. See, so I changed the curtains that we had. This was really a freaking bed sheet. I changed it to this. So, see these nice light ones? I didn't buy the same exact one, but it's like the same material. So these curtains are sheer curtains. They look nice, light, airy, and yeah, they're a big difference than the curtains before. And yeah, the curtains before, again, they were not real curtains. If you look really closely, you can tell that these are not curtains. These are bed sheets. So that was one of the first things I changed up after I moved over here. And yeah, I was like, how the hell do you not have actual curtains? Like, he dated people before, and I shouldn't shame them, but like, come on, like you gotta make sure you got some nice curtains. Curtains are very important. And then the top level bricks. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So Partey sees it too. The top 8 levels of the brick are different colors. So yeah, I noticed that and I was like, fuck this brick. Fuck this brick. I hate this fucking brick. So you got the shoddy brick around the window. Then you got different bricks. Like it's like 1.5 feet from the ceiling. You see the ceiling? You see, it's like this red. It's like a different color brick. It's like smaller brick too. Smaller, longer brick, more broken brick. I don't know. It has a different shine. So you notice all these little things, and it's like, well, this is the same brick that some people say they love, but I'm like, oh, for frick's sake, like, no, this is not the glamorous brick that you're thinking of. All my streams that I talk about this brick is not because I have a vendetta against brick. I actually, no, I take that back. I do have a vendetta against red brick. I hate red brick. Put it over the brick, problem solved. Oh, I can't. This is a rental. How the hell am I gonna put sheetrock over it? I can't do anything to the brick, so the brick stays. So, yeah. Actually, look at this. You notice that? Look, they have that one scratching post back there, and then I think, yeah, this was before Oreo. So Clinton and Barry's litter box is right over there too. And then yeah, it was just very minimal furniture. Paper me a brick. Oh, you're so funny. There is no, I don't want to have a relationship with a brick. I've tried my best with the brick. So you've seen my attempts with trying to make this brick work. Um, Let me show you my attempts. So what I did is I said, okay, red brick, you want to stay here, red brick? Okay. I'm gonna make sure I put a lot of greenery, and that's one of the reasons when you look at Lewis's streams. Hopefully, I don't get copyright. I am not gonna get copyright struck for his videos, but if you look at any of his streams, you'll notice that I try to. You notice what I did is I got the flowers in. I also have the Christmas trees over here. They're solid green, and then yeah, so solid green, white. You see the white flowers over here. And then there's also white pillows. Those pillows, by the way, I moved them. They didn't look comfy enough. They looked kind of crummy looking. If you guys remember my previous stream, I talked about the V shape. Let me show you guys this one. Oh wait, no. Pillow fluff. So I've actually changed the pillows. So I changed it to this pillow instead. So if you look at a pillow, there are two types of pillows in my opinion. There's more pillows than that, but you got pillows that are kind of flat and solid looking. You see these? These are not comfortable looking pillows. These are really display pillows. They don't lose their shape. And but then you also got the premium pillows. The premium pillows being the ones where they're usually made out of goose down. And you see when you're decorating with them, you can push them down so they have a nice little V. You see that V? So when you look at really comfortable pillows, in my opinion, the cozy ones, you're looking for the V's. See that? See the V's? This is going to be a much more comfortable pillow than this pillow. See, which pillow would you rather lie on? This hard-looking pillow or this pillow? This pillow is going to be way softer. So yeah, I switched over the pillow. So if you look at Lewis's stream, you won't see this pillow anymore. You're going to see a much more comfier looking pillow instead. And I put my hand in the middle so it has the V. I just moved the pillows around the apartment. But yeah, I love goose down pillows very, very, very much. They are super comfortable. They're fluffy. The only downside is sometimes the pin feathers poke out of it, so you lose like a little bit of feather every once in a blue moon, but it's just one feather or two feathers. That's it. So yeah, pillows are my jam, and I probably have to buy throw pillows for the pillows because I want to have matching pillowcases. So yeah, so these two pillows are moved over to the couch now. So when you look at his stream, you won't see these pillows anymore. I switched them, and they are going to have the same. Let me see if I can see the lighted one. Here we go. See, so this is how it looks like if they're lighted. Oh, actually, his head's blocking that one. Let's see here. Okay, so this one, for instance.
This is Duchess. And this is her monthly flea and tick treatment.
YouTube channel with over 600 videos. He makes the charger.
So yeah, they're lit up, and I know some people will say like, why do you have your Christmas lights on? It makes it cozy. It makes it look like Hige style. You know, this one. So because of where we live, I like going with Hige, and it looks very cozy. So it's this Danish style, looks very cozy and comfortable. And we also have a sheepskin rug. And some of you guys already know this. It's behind the couch. The cats sleep on it every so often. But something like this, I think it looks calming. It looks cozy. it looks warm and inviting. And with the Christmas lights, with the pillow, which I just recently changed, with the flowers in the front of the Christmas trees and the flowers in the back of the Christmas trees, it gives it a very nice, warm, comforting kind of feel. And it doesn't clash with the brick. So I worked with the brick by saying, okay, brick, you want to be like that? I'll put more greenery in here. I'll make sure that the greenery is solid green and it only has white in it. And then the throw pillows is also cream colored. So you have all this basic color because you have cohesion, plus the couch is brown too, right? So brown, cream, white, solid green, they all flow together and it doesn't look mad. So yeah, if this apartment was white, I would love it way more. I think the background would be way more improved if we had a white background or a white wall with maybe tan colored acoustic panels. But unfortunately, we have to work with what we have, and that turns into red acoustic panels with the red brick with the black grout. Oh, I hate that freaking black grout. You won't find too many apartments with the black grout because, in my opinion, they changed out the black grout. Or yeah, it's like I don't see that much stuff. Like when I look for interior decorating for brick, it's always usually light brick, not this freaking black freaking grout. And it's not dirty. It's the color that they chose was black grout. So yeah, let's look at this. Yeah, see that? So it looks pretty cozy over here. And then we also have an acrylic table here because the acrylic table makes it look more airy. It doesn't look like there's a freaking giant table in the middle. This is I think it's like a 40-inch long table, but I might be remembering it wrong. So it's a huge, huge table. Yeah, I'm a big fan of acrylic tables. They can be pretty pricey, but I'm a big, big fan of this. You can also see like over here, when he puts his arm down, see this? When he puts his arm down, you can see the acrylic table. Now, it smudges very easily. That's why normally you usually see what seems to be smudginess because you put your hand down on the table, yeah, it smudges. But sometimes, yeah, sometimes it looks clear. But he's on the table for a long time, so it's easy for that thing to smudge like crazy. Hell yeah, the trees are still in store. I love those trees. Sometimes they light it up. And you know, our trees that we have in the store, they're freaking expensive trees. One of those trees is like $100 something retail. $150 retail. Let's see. This is the tree we have. Let me see. So the store closed down. I don't know if they still have it. They probably took down the website. Yeah, so we have a tree like this. See? Oh, fiber optic. That's the name of it. So yeah, so in the store we have 3 fiber optic ones, and over here we have 2 fiber optic Christmas trees. So it looks pretty. He normally doesn't. The 2 trees out in front, in here, they're not fiber optic. The one near my side of the bed is a fiber optic. So when I turned it on, it has this nice little thing. But yeah, in the store, all 3 Christmas trees, if you guys visited the store, they're fiber optic. So it's a really pretty Christmas tree. So yeah, the colors of that tree in the store look like this, I think. Yeah, they look kind of like this, but it's like a 4 foot tree, 4 foot and 3 foot tree Christmas tree. Let me see if I can find a video of him with the Christmas tree when I had the old one up. You might not see it though, because I only had a short Christmas tree. Yeah, so you can see the decor of the apartment has changed. If you look at the background, you can see before I used to have the flowers in the back, in the front. And then there was a time where we had the laundry over here. And then yeah, so I've been changing things around. This is a thing that I knitted and it got all loose. See this this one? Oh my god, it got so this freaking thing I tried. But yeah, I didn't sew it together. I hand knotted it every time it just became more and more undone. Oh my gosh. You see the thing where his head is? Oh. So yeah, now this is how it looked like before the Christmas tree. And then he had this little shirt because he puts this little oil thing on his hair. So if you look in the background, you can see how much the background of the apartment has changed. See, there's our laundry. There was a couch over there. So now the couch is right behind right behind where he oh yeah, so I put the cat tree right by the window again. So I actually moved the cat tree from the window and now it's back in that same position. I don't know if I'm gonna get rid of it. I might get rid of it. We'll see. Oh, here's me and my tub tub. See, and that's when we had the food behind here. Let's see here. I'm trying to look to find the old Christmas tree over here. Oh, there. There we go. So you get a glimpse of the Christmas tree right here. This is one Christmas tree, so we actually have 3 in the store. 1 tall one and 2 little ones, if I remember correctly.
So today was day 1.
The Christmas tree?
The paper still over here, right as I came in, that had to get ripped up and off. These are the 2 half-built
There, see the Christmas tree? That's the fiber optic Christmas tree.
there, or those MacBooks that were in the shelves. Those are still over here, right as I came in, that had to get ripped up.
I was so happy when I found when I found that Christmas tree.
And so today was day 1. I had the paper still
Yeah.
over here, right as I came in, that had to get ripped up.
Yeah. So yeah. Does he even notice the brick? He really likes the brick. He likes the brick a lot. I hate the brick. I'm like, look, I like brick, but I don't like this brick. This brick looks like crap. So yeah, let me close some things. Oh my gosh, triggering me. So yeah, look like this. Oh my goodness. This is like if I ever saw a mirror like this, holy crap, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I gotta get it. But it has to be the perfect mirror. You don't want one that's too small or one that's too big. But I have a huge thing for decorative frames. I don't know, maybe I'm showing my inner grandma over here, but see these are plastic picture frames, but you see how decorative they look like? I would like to put, I don't know what the hell I could put in there, but I love the look of the frames. It just looks more regal. So yeah, I don't know what the hell I'd put in there. Like I don't know. It would be kind of weird to put pictures of the cat in there. Let's see that. I guess you could put some sort of oil painting in there if you find a good oil painting. See? But then it gotta fit in there too, so who knows, who knows, but something like that, something like this, these frames kind of thing, plus this bathroom, plus this bedroom. Where's that bedroom that I really liked? Where'd it go? Actually, you know what? Let me save this. Save. Save images. Actually, I'll save this later. Okay, we'll just save it as that in desktop. Grr, where did my pretty room go? Oh, here it is. My bad. Oh my gosh, it's right here. It's right in front of me. So yeah, something like this, that would be a really pretty room. I don't know, I feel like I would wake up and I'd look up and I'd be like, ah, this looks so pretty. And then when I go to bed, I'd be like, oh, I gotta get my beauty sleep. And yeah, it would just be great. Even if I'm not feeling in a good mood, I'd be like, ah, this is so calming, and I'll just spend all my day in my bed. And it'll be nice. Because I think sometimes it's like people, they have these dreams of their perfect bedroom, and then they never achieve it, you know, they never go after it. And I think sometimes it's like people when they're younger, they always have this ideal like, man, one day I want to have this like perfect bedroom, and then they just like lose track of it, and then they tell you like you should adult, right? And then when they talk about adulting, it's like you want to have like a certain kind of look, but there's nothing wrong with wanting to have like a fairy princess kind of bed, or princess bed. I don't want a bed like this. I don't want a bed like this. This is an adult bed. You can see the serious looking headboard and things like that. No, I don't want that. I want the fairy princess bed. Fairy princess bed would be good. But this would be pretty freaking expensive. But oh my gosh, yeah, like the freaking weight of this would be very heavy too. So I don't know where you source that kind of stuff, but yeah, all that stuff, so pretty. And it just looks, it's nice. So you got this. I love embroidery. I love handiwork. I love detail, and having like a nice embroidery kind of thing. Oh my gosh, that would be so. That would be really. That would be such a luxury to have, like some embroidered kind of throw or something with needlework. Oh my gosh, look at this. So, ooh, that's cute. It's not really my style, but this is really pretty. Oh, freaking and frick, unsurprisingly, anthropology. Not my style, but I think it's pretty cool. Look at that. Anthropology makes really cool stuff. Let's find it. So this is like a bougie brand. It's a bougie brand. See that? So you got your bedding, your throw pillow. Oh, look at this. Ooh. Do they have any fairy princess-like things? Let's see. To be honest, I'd probably just buy bedding from Macy's. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, embroidered daisy duvet cover. Ooh, let's see. Not, I don't really like squares. Ooh, luxe linen. Oh, see, like, that's a pretty throw blanket. See that? Not really my style, but you can see that that definitely looks like someone had to hand sew it. That's a comfy looking throw blanket. Ooh, I like that. Mm. Oh, look at that. Look at this. It's the freaking quilt. The freaking quilt is like $200 to $248. I'm not a big, I mean, I like it, but I mean, this kind of print looks a little too busy, but it is very pretty. See that? So in my opinion, this kind of print, because it's so busy, you would really need to live in a minimalistic kind of room. Either that or it looks super freaking cluttered. Like we cannot pull off this print in the bed because that would make the whole place look really too visually cluttered. Let's see here. Is there any fairy princess bed kind of bedding over here? So see this? See, just looking at it, it's all in the details. By looking at it, I can tell this is expensive because this is a very unique kind of bedding. See that? It's actually embroidered so it looks like flowers. I'm not a fan of this personally for myself, but it is visually very, very interesting. See that? So what they do is they sew it, and you know the little gaps in between of the sewing lines makes these little air pockets of sorts. And that's why it ends up so expensive. So it's really like a work of art, but not the kind of stuff that I like for myself. So I like looking at these expensive brands because I like getting inspiration. I like looking at like higher quality stuff. Just curious. Ooh, look at that. This looks comfortable. I don't know how it is to lie on, but see this? I like white bedding typically. And it's kind of slouchy looking, but it somehow works because you see the little details in the lines. But yeah, if you pay attention to bedding, you know, like depending on certain embroidery, you know if that's an expensive bedding or not. Embroidery or unique looking prints, like when's the last time you saw a print like this? Wow, look at that. Ooh, look at that. See, it has these little X's on there. I don't think they have any bedding that I really like over here. Except the other one. Bed blanket. That looks so comfortable, does it not? Homes. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Oh, that's cute. You know, one day I would like to have a decoration, like a wall hanging, that says "Home Sweet Home" like that, like some kind of embroidery. I think it'll be cute. Like hanging next to the doorway or something. Cozy up buttercup. Oh, that's so funny. Can you see Lewis sitting on a couch with cozy up buttercup? I can't. Oh my gosh, I like this flamingo pillow too. Oh, this is cool. See, so Anthropology always makes some of the best pillows. I like it because it's unique. I don't like this freaking generic. See, like that thing like that. It looks so unique. And then you can even look at this, like this 3D kind of thing. Too. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Ooh. Let's go. So my thoughts about bedding is this. I know nobody asked, but my thoughts on bedding is this. I don't see any downside about investing in bedding, and the reason being is that we spend 8 hours of our day sleeping. So I think it's really important to have very comfortable bedding. I rather spend money on bedding than freaking jewelry, hands down. I rather spend money on bedding than luxury purchases, because this is something I would use every freaking day. Like, yeah, maybe the quilt is $200, but if you use it for a year, that's like less than $1 a day just to have a really good a really good quilt. And then some people, they keep their throw pillows for years, right? And if you keep it for years, it pays for itself. Every freaking day you look at it, you realize like you really love that piece. Oh, see, these are pretty cool. These embroidered checkered pillows. See that detail? Mm. Ooh, this is cute. Tranquility linen. The only problem with this is I'm afraid I don't know how soft the little lines are. I'm afraid like if I roll on my face, it'll leave imprints on my face. Oh wow, look at this. $798 wool blanket. A little out of the price range. Wow, look at this. Look at this duvet set. That looks pretty. See this? If you look at the woven pattern, if I saw this, if I saw a person with this pillow on their couch, I would instantly know it was expensive based on details. So, I know most of you guys don't really take an interest on throw pillows but it's all in the freaking detail. See the woven pattern? See that? You don't see too many pillows with this. So if you have a couch and you want to make a statement, you really should get two of these. Like two of these because it's an even number, and then just throw it on the couch. But it has to match the couch look too. If it clashes, then that wouldn't look good. Let's see something like this. Look at this, $360 pillow. How do you know it's expensive? Yeah, I can tell this is not a $20 pillow off the bat very easily. You got all these like little, you got this little vertical stitch, and then each one has 3 horizontal stitch marks too. So I'm pretty damn sure this was hand woven. It's all about like it's like I said, it's all about the freaking details. How much of this can be done by machine? How much of this requires someone else to sew it? See, like this $312 pillow, you won't find something similar like that in Target, most likely. Or something like this pillow, yeah, I instantly know this pillow is freaking pricey. Especially when you look at the weaving, or like how many different materials they use, or how they wove the material in. This cross stitch pillow is cute. I feel like whenever you put tassels on things, it becomes more expensive. So in case you're not too sure what tassels are, you see these little fan-shaped looking things hanging at the end? Those are tassels. So if you want to make things more expensive, throw a tassel on it. Or 4 or 6. See this? See the material? Remember how I was telling you guys all about the materials? How much materials are used, different types of things? See, these things got these little pom-pom balls on here. So I'm gonna say, most likely, they had to get someone to hand sew each one on here. And that's why this thing is $450. It's all in the personalization. I know, I love the Home Sweet Home plaques. You know, that's something like a throwback to the olden times. And it's like, so many people, it's like, I think they think about homes and they just say it's like, it's a place to sleep. But truly, I think of a home as a sanctuary. So you really should make it comfortable. And if you cannot make it comfortable yourself, don't be afraid to hire an interior designer. Or you can shop around online and find someone who has like a close aesthetic. You can do it online. I don't want to say Fiverr is a good place, but yeah, there's certain people online that say they do virtual consulting, and then some places they'll tell you like, okay, this is how your room looks, this is the measurements. Okay, buy this exact couch, buy this exact pillow, and yeah, they know exactly what to do. See this? You look at this Charles Sprout Amalfi pillow. Remember how I was telling you about different embroideries and textures? Look at this stuff. This freaking thing has. Look at this. See this? See, you got the little balls, plus you got the little hand embroidery kind of thing going on. I mean, you could do this really yourself if you wanted to on one of your pillows. You can buy a cheap pillow and do hand embroidery on yourself and save $300 possibly or more. Maybe I'll think about that one day. But yeah, buy a cheap pillow from Target, go to Michael's, buy some embroidery thread, embroider my own. See? I mean, I can't imagine embroidery being that hard. Not the simple stuff, you know, like swirly kind of thing, or 3 lines. I mean, I can do that. Or like vertical lines like this, I can do that too. I don't like tassels very much, but that's just me. See the little fan looking things at the end? Oh, here we go. throw blankets. Ooh, those are kind of cool. They don't match this apartment. We got the freaking red brick. I can't do it. Ooh, merino wool. So, in case you guys are wondering, oh, Erica, could you get this kind of stuff in one of your free groups? Answer, probably not, because people who throw anthropology stuff, first of all, it would go really quickly in one of my free groups that I'm in, because people know that anthropology stuff comes at a price premium. And then the other thing too is, yeah, some people they might just keep it for themselves because they know it's like a freaking $90 pillow or something. I would never buy anything from Anthropology unless I felt like I really was going to use it for a number of years. And it would be versatile. If I wanted to get rid of like one of these freaking pillows, I would have zero problem getting rid of it. All I have to say is like, oh, it's an Anthropology pillow. Boom. You have a wave of people saying that they want it. But I did hear like if I did want to find things like this, my best bet would be going to one of those like those higher end places, higher end neighborhoods in New York, and where people have a lot of money and they just haphazardly toss things out. So recently I found out someone tossed a Peloton. If you guys don't know what a Peloton is it's one of these exercise bikes, and someone threw this one away. You see this? They threw one of these. This one, I believe. They threw away a freaking Peloton bike out. I don't know if they were moving or what, but yeah, they threw away this like $2,000 freaking exercise bike, and someone said they picked it up. So yeah, top of the line stuff. So if you guys like hang around in like richer areas of New York, like in Manhattan somewhere, those like upper east side sort of places, and you walk around like on like let's say trash pickup days, you can find some really freaking expensive stuff. You just yeah. So there are a lot of people who are on the lookout for that kind of stuff, but also that area has a lot of foot traffic too. I don't really find too much good stuff where we live in Brooklyn because this is not one of the high end places. So I do find some stuff, but the stuff that I typically find is not very expensive. Let's see. But yeah, if I saw a Peloton, man, I'd be so tempted to bring it home. Just because it's a Peloton, I'd be like, I gotta see how it is. I gotta see how this thing is. And I know people would be like, oh my gosh, Erica, you brought a freaking Peloton home. Like, yeah. I'm like, how many times would I be able to try a $2,000 exercise bike? Okay, I think Peloton is freaking freezing on me. Man, they're not. That website sucks. See this? So this is like a bougie ass exercise bike. Yeah, and the bike looked like this. So imagine someone tossing a bike like this out. Freaking expensive. So yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah, it's 217 right now. So that kind of stuff is really pricey. Let me throw away this gold thread, the woven. Yeah, I'll see. Hand embroidery adds up. I also think if you have a hand embroidery pillow, like not too many people look in the details of the pillow, but if you want to do like this really like subtle show off kind of thing with people who know fabrics, most people will not notice this stuff, okay? Absolutely. I will notice this because I take an interest in this stuff in details, but most people like they're not gonna notice like fine embroidery details. But if you want to do like this really like if you want to like show people like hey like look I got a really unique pillow go for something embroidered or embroider it yourself a little bit. You can do it for like $5 or less. You just got to spend the time like working like little embroidery here and there. Maybe one day I'll do that. It's not hard, but it's just, yeah, I don't feel a need to embroider any pillows right now. I mean, how the hell am I gonna hand embroider a freaking white pillow anyway? I don't have like a contrasting color. White on white is just, you don't see shit. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't like tassels. Freaking tassel crazy over here. I don't like it. I used to like tassels, but not anymore. I don't know, I got tired of it. Ooh, look at this furry. Ooh, velvet. That looks like a cool $232 pillow. I gotta admit, that looks really soft. Ooh, these look nice. This Santiago grid pillow looks nice. Crap, man. You know what, actually? I would love to buy like 2 of them for the couch. Because I think this looks really sleek. It looks really clean. You can see the little fine details over here. Only downside, $175. But you see how the details? This would actually look pretty freaking nice on the couch, I think. The gray couch we have with the big teddy bear, it would elevate it. But yeah, hard to be. Yeah, you see that? See the little embroidery there? See the threads? See, this side is bare, right? So this is how this normal pillow looks like. But once you add embroidery, boom. Look at this. This item is excluded from all promotions. Oh. So, yeah, maybe one day I'll find something similar, but I can't justify paying $80 for freaking 2 pillows. I really cannot. But that looks like an elevated pillow, in my opinion. Maybe I'll find something similar one day. They're cheaper, much cheaper. Okay, we are done with the pillow section and the throw section of anthropology. So I think I'm gonna get going to sleep, you guys. It was good chatting with you guys, but yeah, embroidery can be uncomfortable with against the skin, so you gotta feel it. Like, don't just buy it and then think like it doesn't, it's gonna be comfortable. Because sometimes you got this really thick embroidery, it's gonna feel like sandpaper against your face. But it all depends, like, and then also, right, depending on what fibers they use, right? Let's say if it's silk, then you got to be really careful because you're like, oh crap, I don't want to ruin my pillow. So, I don't know, but I have like different kind of aesthetics, and right now I think minimalism for this apartment is the way to go. So yeah, it just drives me crazy because I'm like, fuck, I'm not naturally leaning towards minimalism, and it drives me crazy, but it's something that I want to see how it looks like, and it's challenging. But man, if I could have my own freaking like full reign, like work with the interior designer, make a freaking place look like a freaking palace, like a princess palace kind of thing, that would be awesome. So let me say like princess house. I know people are gonna be like, really, Erica, princess house? I don't know what the name of that would be. Princess house, princess room. Oh frick, I got little girl's room. Damn it, no, I didn't want that. I don't want little girl's room. Man, I know this costs buku bucks, but I would, if I had a daughter, I would want her to have a really nice room. I would want her to have like a freaking canopy or something. Like, look at some of these bedrooms for like little girls. Like, holy crap. Can you imagine there's a little girl out there and this is her bedroom? Damn. Mm. Or like this one? Look at that. Holy crap. Or look at this. There's a little girl out there with a room like that. Damn. Damn. That's some custom freaking drapery, custom this, custom that. That's very, very expensive. So much ruffles. So much ruffles. Okay, look at this princess room. Um, oh, look at this. Look at this freaking princess curtain. Oh man. You know, I really like canopy beds. I think canopy beds are really pretty. Mm, look at that. Okay, you guys. You know what? I'm looking at beds and I gotta go over to sleep. It's probably like some kind of thing. Um, yeah, let's see over here. Let's see. Yeah, my relationship disintegrates at the same. Yeah. About a fashion, no, and you finish. No. So I understand what you're saying, but there's certain things like if I don't think I can, if I'll keep them for a long time, then I don't mind letting them go and letting them go to another person. So there are certain things that I collected, but it's not like there's a number of stuff that I can get rid of. And it makes the move so much easier as well. I don't really want to get rid of the Christmas trees. Eventually I'm gonna have to get rid of my dried floral because dried floral does not transport well, especially across state lines. But the beautiful thing about that is you can always just pop into a Trader Joe and then dry more floral to replace it. Um, yeah, just there's things that I've collected over here, and most of it's being used. So like a huge majority of it being used to good use, and yeah, I'm in a constant decluttering. It's less and less stuff because it's like I find that I'm really paring down to the things that I really like more and more. But it's getting tough because some of the pieces I'm like, damn it, damn it, Erica. Like there's a bowl that I really like that I picked up like last month, or actually like 2 months ago, and I thought, man, this is a great bowl, and I don't have a place to put it. So either I find a place to put it, or I have to get rid of it. And that I'm just holding on to a bowl for no freaking apparent reason. But we will see. We will see. Yeah. So yeah, you guys take care. Go to sleep if you guys are still up. Like crap, it's like 2:30 a.m. New York time.